I have a YouTube channel. Hope you don't mind. I'm going to put this on. Well, this nice young fella here, Keith, he, believe it or not, delivered this machine that we just bought here for some fun, and brought it all the way down from Prince Albert, about an hour and a half away or more. So I really appreciate that.
Shift it over. Oh, nice and flat.
He just had it jump started.
But the ignition does, like I said, the key is broken off in there. And then this thing here, the push button right here. But this thing here you can pick up for about like $35 on Amazon, I think it is. And then this here, another $20 or $30 roughly. What was the other thing I said you needed? Oh, and then the battery's about, I think, $50 to $60.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Roughly.
Was it the
headlight?
The headlight, that's what it was.
Yeah, this one here obviously busted out. Yeah. I don't know if that one works at all.
They get broken out.
And what, as far as I know, this did work. But once again, it'd have to be connected back there somehow. So, I presume he must have used it because you can see this is kind of bent out a little bit. So I presume whoever used it, it must have worked because this has been pulled on.
No, by its own winch? Not usually by its own winch.
But maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure.
No.
Okay, so it's kind of cold out here.
Is there an off-on switch? Start-stop? You got that one clicked already? Yeah.
Yeah, that one's in the middle there, kind of thing. Just put that back. Come on, bro.
Oh, it's got not much gas in there, if any.
Pardon me? I put
oh yeah, maybe just enough to start it.
3 liters in there, I believe is what I put in there. A whole lot of this, but need the carburetor cleaned out.
Because you turn it on.
Yeah, no.
I should have got a picture of you counting all that cash there for YouTube.
Oh, would you like me to try? Do you know if there's a CIBC bank machine anywhere just this side of Saskatoon or anything?
Alright, so we're here now in the light of day looking at this thing that we bought yesterday or last evening. And yeah, she's a rough one. It's 30 some years old, 33 years old, so gotta expect that. But that's what we wanted for a couple grand. So we'll fix her up. It does run, as we saw last night.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Let's see, she's got a trailer hitch here. Still has the covers on the bottoms, the axle shafts, and the brake shaft, the brake there. And yeah, it's got this here that never works because it's always covered by the bars. Anything in there? I don't see anything in there. Their battery goes in there. I think I have a battery for it. Well, it needs an ignition switch. Or this one actually works with a screwdriver, I think, as we saw. Just needs to be properly, it's you know, the hole's gotten bigger over the years, so got to put that in a certain way so that those clips can clip in and stay there, or build that up a bit with something. Then yeah, these lights are always broken on things, so I'm glad that isn't. He said he did throw just a little bit of ethanol gas in there, so might have to get that out of there. It's not good for these carbs, of course. So I'm going to order a carb kit, not a Chinese carb. I'm going to order the full kit from Honda. It's called Carb Man Kit anyway, it's not really from Honda. And then yeah, what do we got here? Here's we got the winch in and out. This must be the on and off for it. And then winch controls here. That's cool. I've never seen actually a switch like that, in and out. And then you got the switch here on the dash. It's got three hits for it. I'm not sure why. Oh, this here, I'm not sure if this is the switch to turn off and on the winch, or if this is for some different lights. It's got 3 settings: low, middle, and high. So I'm guessing that's low, off, and high. Oh, high, low. I'm not sure if that's somebody put that on for the lights or for the winch. We'll find out. It's not working right now, that's for sure. No battery in it, and didn't work yesterday. But then I didn't try this button here when I was playing with it. So still cold out here. Still snow on the ground. I mean, it's -3, which is not terrible, but too cold to work outside here. Snowmobile too. I might get both of these in the garage this weekend and play with both of them. That thing still giving me trouble after all this time and all the work I put into it and lots of parts I threw at it, and still something wrong with the gas pickup. So I want to put the gas IV on there and try it with that. So get both of these in the shop on the weekend and go over them, see what this one needs. Maybe a fun project. Let us clear this up a little bit here. What do you think? We're going to start releasing this now this time? Lock key first. On. And ignition key. Hard to get into neutral. Hard to get into neutral. Not neutral. All right, first thing I want to do, pow, pow. Yes, let's get this here sorted so that if I want to work on any of this, or just to actually use it, look at how rusty all that is. It'd be nice if it was lubricated a bit. I mean, everything. What you can do here is put it right on even the mud there. You can then clean that stuff up. Something's disconnected there. Look at that. Probably the four-wheel drive mechanism. There to change the oil in that differential. Be able to change those or loosen up this ball or anything. Definitely better to have this sprayed down. So that's the first thing I do all the time. Spray that down. Spray the lugs. Anything I want to take off or move easier. Linkages everywhere. Of course, this also gets water out, so you can spray it on any electrical. This is, I don't care what they say about PB Blaster and gunk and all the rest of it. This stuff has been amazing to me forever. These fair leads probably don't even move right now, but they will once get some WD-40 on them. Any of these things that you're gonna want to open up and work on, and even just to work better, like I said, I want to get this top off so I can take a look at the winch. And to do that, all these bolts and things are gonna need to be loosened and moved around. So let's get everything squirted down here. Get the winch in here all coated. Anything I can find that's rusty. Even the shocks. All this stuff. I'll give it a good bath, but first I'm going to give it a good coat with this WD-40. Get these lug nuts here. There we go. What else? Here's the electrical connection. Do that for sure. Get the gear shift lever. Look at all these clamps for the intake. 4x4 mechanism. That looks pretty greasy, so that should be good. But any of these kind of things, just spray it all down. Definitely won't hurt it, and will only help it. Look at that, even the gas. Petcock. Turn easier. Switches, everything. That looks pretty good. Gets any kind of electrical going better. Good for now. Let's have a hot tub and then come back out and play with this later. Alright, so we need some kind of battery in this thing. I have a small battery from a lawnmower, probably too small, and then a larger battery from a tractor, which might be too big. There's a hole here for this thing. Well, need two hands to lay it down. Hole for the battery. It's pretty much just a little battery. Oh, here, this is for the winch. Yeah. Yeah. A mini horse. You want to see the mini horse? Yeah. We are going to see the mini horse. Okay. Here's what I found. After all that mumbling, I have found that this is battery, negative, positive, going to the solenoid, and then these ones here for the winch. I would imagine that's winch positive, and then there's a winch negative. So we're gonna need a clamp like this one onto here for the winch. Sorry, the winch don't work at all. And that would clean those wires up, and then there's these two here that I'm gonna have to look at a wiring diagram to figure out what those are for. We got a red wire and then a yellow and a green with a stripe. Not sure what those two are for. They could be, actually they could be for winch control, but looks like it doesn't go with the winch ones. It looks like it goes into the harness. Oh yeah, that goes down into the harness. So I'll figure out what those do. There are some things here to hold items. So this here I'm guessing is to hold the solenoid. The solenoid has two attachments there. This doesn't seem to line up with anything there. And there's this one here that could hold these things. Oh yeah, these have two holders on either side. So these are fuse holders. Yep, and they got little water drains there. So these just go right here. Guessing, half guessing that they go on here. Yep, that one there, and this one here. This one there. Okay, so now we got those there and out of the way. And then we got, so what we're using for starting it is these two leads here right now until we get back to, this actually could be maybe go to the starter switch. So again, these are for the winch, not long enough to go anywhere. All right, I'll get some of this sorted out, bring you back after. Alright, good luck trying to get a battery in there and all this wire sorted out. So, first I'm going to put a clamp on this one. Let's see, long enough to get to that. So I got this squeezed onto here and crimped in pretty good, but definitely needs some solder on there. So I got my Weller gun. These are awesome. This is like 30 years old, still works like new. And I got a acid, I think it's an acid core. It's a rosin core anyways. When they say electrical, it means they're made out of a tube. Actually, you can see the hollow point there. So when they say rosin or acid core, there's actually flux inside there. So it's a hollow tube of, imagine how they manufacture this, incredible, right? Anyway, it's a hollow tube of lead solder, and then there's acid or rosin flux inside it. And when they say acid, that's a more aggressive type of solder, good for steel and metals and stuff. But if it's acid or rosin core, they both have flux inside, and it just helps to do a good job welding that. Let me get plugged in here. The hardest part I always find of this is just holding the soldering iron onto the wire long enough, because look, everything kind of moves around while you're doing this. It's good to have a little bit of solder on the tip, and then you can see it melt and see it melt in. And as soon as you get enough heat transfer through all this wire and into the metal crimp that you put on there as well, then your solder will flow into the wire. There we go, it's starting to flow into the wire there now. Just barely. Up here at the tip. Perfect. And the heat come all the way down here. That's what part of the problem sometimes happens, is the heat has traveled down this wire here, and it's shrunk my shrink tube. So now it's hard to move that shrink tube around. But if you slide it fast enough over, you can get it over top. Nope. I've melted it onto there. Saved it and looked professional. And soldered on. So on these batteries is a little nut at the bottom, and that's got to contact this, the bolt that you put through on the top side. Trying to get everything on the same boat. Catch threads. Oh, I got her. Okay, that one. Now the other side, that's the winch and power. So now I can't find the little nut that goes back behind there for that to sit in. Got a bolt that'll fit in there, or a nut that'll fit on there. I'm gonna have to file it down. Perfect. All right. Oh, look at that. It actually contacted it. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Got her all connected up here. Touch these two together. Yes. Now I need to put a proper switch on there, a momentary switch, or a key. So this will work because it has a momentary on there to start it, to make the solenoid jump. But this is such bullshit. Of course, this is in place of what's on the dash already, which is that right there is the starter button. But it's not working right now. I need a new handlebar cluster. But for now, either have to touch these two wires together like the previous owners had jacked this around. These two. When you touch these two together, you get a start. But it's not exactly a nice way to have it. Although if I put this here somewhere, I'd have to drill a hole and then put that in there so I could key it, which wouldn't be the worst thing. Let's do that. I'll drill a hole in the fender here, put this in, connect these wires to it. Wouldn't mind testing this first. So let's see, we got ignition, battery. So put that on there. And this one here. Oh, it's going to crank regardless of this. There. So I'm going to put that on start. Start. There we go. I don't want to get a shock. So start and battery. Alright, I think we got her. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Not that I want to drill a hole in the plastic either. This fender, that's going to suck. Where's a better place? Put it on here, but then it's going to be underneath this. Whatever, I guess I can always put anything over here just to cover it up if I don't want the sticker there, or if I don't want the hole there. Or just leave it on there, or put anything on there, whatever, I'll put it here. Perfect. There we go. Wire those wires underneath there. And we have a switch. Better undo the battery. Zap strap right there would be nice, right? Yep, would be nice. Key won't come out. Oh, an accessory. For an accessory. Who's ready to test it? Check, check, and check. Sweet Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. All right, let's get the rest of this stuff out of here. Check this out. Even the winch works right now. There's the winch. There's the in, out. Out she comes. Can't do this. I need more hands. Check it out. A lot of crapped up wire in there. We need to pull it all out, put it all back. I think we need more WD-40. Oh, there's a ton of wire in there. Holy mackerel. A ton of wire in there. Put it all back. You're going to do the easy part. You're just going to do the switch. I'm not going to make you do the hard part. And I'm going to close. So we're going to bring that wire back in and stretch it back in and get it nice and taut on the loop, on the reel. All right, so that was a very productive afternoon. We have the winch working and hooked up and stretched out the cable. We got the wiring all sorted out and a starter put on there, momentary switch, starter mechanism. So if you want to start it now, you got to open inside of it. Oh, I should fix this one. So that's on now, there. Little plug. And then you would start it here. Sweet ginger brown. Gotta make sure that's in neutral. It's a pain in the ass to get in neutral without a neutral switch there. So maybe one of those wires is for the neutral switch. I'm gonna go print out the wiring diagram. Good? Alright, well, let's do one more little walk around here. He's running. It's pretty quiet. The muffler's obviously in decent shape. Pretty quiet here. Muffler's in decent shape. Obviously, it's got baffles in there. Right away, it needs, you know what it needs? Is these are terrible in that these gear shift levers are so far in there. I'm sure everybody knows that. I mean, you can't even get your boot in there. It's almost impossible. You got to reach down and do it with your hand. So that's the major issue. But let's set her off. I can find a screwdriver. Oh, left everything out here. That's where it is. Starting fluid, screwdrivers. Close that up. Gas and L in here. Put a bunch of fluid on there. Here's the old key. There we go. Alright, let's go shut down the truck. Close up the John Deere. Nighty night. Make sure that key's off. Yep. Oh, this one, this was loose. Look how loosey-goosey that is. Tighten that up. Well, that's what I need, another project. So now we got that. And we got that. And I got to get this maintained for spring. Might be selling that for another truck. Got that. Got the snowmobile, of course. Nemesis. And yeah, nothing runs very well. Bunch of old stuff.